What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? We are back with another review response video. Everybody knows we've been hearing about it. A lot of us are tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it, tired of talking about it, tired of everybody else talking about it. I'm just tired. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to all the videos. We are giving away $1,000 to 10 subscribers. Once we reach 3,000 subscribers, our milestone for, you know, the channel at the moment. So make sure y'all show us love, man, and we're going to show love back by giving away live cash prizes. So stay tapped in and let's get into it. So, as you know, there's a lot of antics going on, continuous antics going on with the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. Ryan has just been um, charged, I guess we can say, um, guilty of having the smallest amount of ostarine found in his system. Um, he's getting a year suspension. Devin Haney is also suspended due for medical reasons. We all know if in boxing, whoever loses does have to have some kind of suspension, or at least 6 months, I believe. They have to be off. But yeah, so they both had threatened to retire. Um, Now, not only did Devin Haney get his O back, aside from Ryan getting suspended and paying a fine, they declared the fight a no contest. So not only did he get his O back, he's now taking it a step further, trying to sue. He's contacting the zone to try to get them to take the fight off of line, claiming it's not fair. And at this point, it's like he's pushing his luck. Because not only did you guys cheat Ryan, because we all know, other than the idiots that just are followers, we all know that there was some kind of contamination going on. Even Shane Mosley, even spoke on it on how all of a sudden, after Devin lost the fight, the claims come out about the testing, even though none of the other testing was contaminated or messed with or found anything in his system. He got cleared from one of the drugs, but the other one they letting it stick just because um, I guess it may have been more in it than the other test. I don't know, but anyways, it's all pretty really fishy. The whole situation, the whole fight was just craziness. Ryan's antics, his alcoholism, causes is causing him now to act out. Maybe before we didn't think. I don't recall Ryan even being exposed or being um real active with the Twitter fingers as he was after the fight with Javante Tank Dave. Actually, I don't even recall him or nobody speaking on him making different claims and doing a little wild crazy stuff online. So it seemed like it didn't come about or didn't really get out, or it wasn't really out there that something may be wrong until the Devin fight. So not only did Ryan expose himself and his lifestyle as him being a drunk, I really don't know what's wrong with these guys, these boxers wanting to be, they're turning into drunks, wanting to party, hang with the rappers, hang with the entertainers, when there's two different lifestyles. Nothing's wrong with hanging out and doing what you do, but your career is different from the others. So you can't handle your career and do certain things like they can with theirs. So maybe that's where the disconnect is, because it seemed like Ryan calling himself wanting to do music. He's just all over the place. He was just even at a poker match yesterday and was getting on people's nerves. He was all over the place and drunk during the poker game. So it's obvious that Ryan does have a drinking problem, whether it's drinking or cocaine or whatever it is. Devin says it's cocaine and alcohol. But I can't really believe what Devin says. He wants to present that Ryan is just a bad person. He's a cheater. He did this to me. And he's making the situation worse. He's going to mess around and get everybody caught for contaminating this guy's stuff. He need to take the no contest, go chill out, and plan his next fight to rebuild himself instead of trying to continuously push the issue when you know, you're gonna mess around and just expose yourself. But I got this documentary. If you haven't seen it, it's pulled up um, here. I think he kind of changed it up a little bit, but anyway, he released this one. It was one he released, I think, before the fight, and then he also released one after the fight. Um, but yeah, it basically explains how Devin has built his career by being bigger than all of these guys, and he even exposes it during the weigh-ins, telling every one of them, "You're too small." That's been his tactics his whole career. It also has been his tactics that if he loses, that he tries to find his way to get the loss taken off his record. So Devin Haney is in history. All the boxing people that's in boxing knows that they do this. That's why no one really respects Devin Haney in the boxing industry as far as his peers. Um, you know, but they try not to say too much. One of those known unknowns. People try not to really expose people like that. They just keep it within a community. Whatever it is, what it is. You don't want to sound like a hater. But in all reality, these guys really don't respect these dudes, the Haneys in the industry. So, and they're showing it now why it's been, unknown unknown in the boxing world about the Haneys. This is the type of stuff they do. He took a loss. Now, not only he's trying to sue the zone and trying to get the zone to take it off the air, off the line. He's trying to sue Ryan now because he's saying now his stock went down because he lost and got a beating. So and then you got Victor Conti, his whole Victor Conti looking bad because he's on his supplements and being on the supplements, he's supposed to be guaranteed to win. We all know that Devin blows up huge, and it's probably because of those supplements. But let's watch a little. He's just basically reacting to the
Devin Haney,
stuff.
who is being sold to boxing fans as the best fighter on the planet and a top 5 pound for pound fighter, and the next Floyd Mayweather, has had a career fight trajectory path of his last 6 opponents to build his credibility as a top level fighter. And he has had major size weight advantages over every single opponent. He also actually lost in the eyes of many observers to one of the smallest opponent of them all, which was Vasily Lomachenko. So the best fighter in the world has proved himself beating the most important opponents of his career by having multiple advantages over them while illegally breaking the rules of weight and rehydration in some of those fights in the process. But then, when Devin Haney finally fights a fighter his age, and most importantly, a fighter his size in Ryan Garcia, this happens. I be smoking on that Haney pack. Yeah, I'm smoking on that Haney pack.
Hey
Garcia,
man.
yeah, I'm smoking on that Haney pack. He talking trash, so I had to put him on his back. Mayweather. Haney trying to be Mayweather. Boy, I hit you with this hook. You ain't Mayweather. Tell me what.
And let me stop it right there because I want to say that's the whole reason on why they're creating such a fucking mass hysteria over this fight because not only was it publicly sought out, it was publicly exposed that you know Devin can't handle someone his size, especially not Ryan. He can handle probably somebody his size, an amateur or somebody that's probably not as seasoned or don't got as much speed, you know, as Ryan does, but and power as Ryan does. But someone with speed and power and his size, Devin cannot keep up. And we all know that we all know that Bill Haney wants his son to be Floyd Mayweather. It seemed like that's something they talked about since he was a kid. I'm gonna build you to be Floyd Mayweather. You're gonna be the next Floyd Mayweather. Uh, he met Floyd Mayweather. He went to Floyd Mayweather's gym. He's paid Floyd Mayweather to mentor Devin. The reason why he has so much animosity towards Floyd Mayweather is because he was expected to sign his son for his first deal, to be under Floyd Mayweather's umbrella, you know, so he can pass the torch to Floyd, and you know, because Floyd can pass the torch to his son, and he be what Bill Haney always say. I want him to be on the Rock Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore of boxing. And this right here, this fight ruined it because it exposed him for not being as skilled as he says and as he think he is. With because he fought someone that ain't even that skilled. Ryan did not. I tell you now, Ryan did not train properly for this fight. Ryan has an alcohol problem. He wants to party. He wants to be an artist. He wants to do he's all over the place. So he has an alcohol and a drug problem. And he didn't even take this fight all the way serious at all. He just got just enough training just to get his weight down a little bit, and that's about it. He didn't really take it serious. So imagine had he took it serious, he probably would have literally got a knockout instead of just the knockdowns, in which they didn't even count all the knockdowns. It should have been 5 or 6, but he only counted what, 3? The ref. So you had the ref on his side. You got Victor Conti on your side. Um, but Devin's just trying to, and Bill, they're trying to get everybody on their side when they're making a big hoopla about this ostarine when it wasn't that much ostarine in his system. Again, it was a millionth of a gram, not even it was a low dosage, man. And he's really trying to continue to push this notion that, oh yeah, well, still Ryan cheated, even though, like, come on, man, it wasn't even that big of a deal. So you got your way with that. You pushed it so much that you got your way with that. Now you want to continue to push this narrative when it's not even that serious, bro. He didn't have that much ostarine in his system. Yes, it was there. So yeah, he's going to reap the repercussions. But you cannot say that the reason that he won the fight was because he had that in his system. I'm just saying. Or you can't even bring up the weight. He stopped bringing up the weight because technically y'all both were the same size during the fight. Ryan has never fought at 140. He never made the weight of 140. Ever since he moved up to 140, he's been fighting at catch weight. Even the Tank Davis wasn't even at 135. They fought at the catch weight just so that they can make the fight. And that's why he put the rehydration clause in there, because he knows that Ryan is he's a weight bully, and Ryan knows it. That's why he wants to do a rematch, but Tank not gonna rematch him at what the weight they want. Him and Devin want Tank to fight them at the weight he want to fight, and it's not gonna work like that. But yeah, so now Devin is trying to take it like a little.
What is that? That's a broke jaw. Haney broke jaw. The face
A
jigsaw.
step further.
Get online in minutes.
Um, he's trying to take it a step further,
Web.com.
and he's taking it a step further, trying to sue him for um defamation and take the videos off. Like, he's doing too much now. You're going to basically cause a even more deeper investigation that's going to mess around and get y'all caught up for cheating as well. Get your team caught up for.
AI Builder makes it easy. Simply tell us some info about your brand, and in a minute,
For
What I'm about to say,
get your whole crew what y'all did, get y'all exposed as well, because it all seems fishy. Like, right, the day before they even, on the day of when they were about to release that it was something in Ryan's system, he's on ESPN already. Immediate interview before it even got released, or right when it got released. So something was up. His brother even it's on this video too. His brother was even his brother even released. I think that was before the fight, right before the fight. His brother released a video saying that I had a dream that Allah told me that Ryan gonna get popped for some drugs and woo de woo and for some PEDs or something in his system. So it just all seemed fishy. Seems like they planned it. Then even Victor Conti even made an interview and said he don't care if somebody snuck in Ryan's room and contaminated his toothpaste. He still got it in his system. So that might have been how he did it. But let me go ahead and continue to play the video, man. We
Is
want to react.
very important. Devin Haney went on ESPN to launch a full assault on Ryan Garcia's character before Ryan Garcia even had a fair trial regarding the initial test results. He completely ignored the fact that there is a process after positive test results are released because the B sample has to be tested, evidence needs to be gathered, circumstances need to be studied and evaluated. The investigation has to play out because errors could have been made by the testing agency. Ryan Garcia's supplements could have been contaminated, along with many other alternative possibilities. But instead of being fair and allowing Ryan Garcia the time for fair investigation, Devin Haney goes on a full character assault. The irony. In this interview, Haney talks about wanting to be on an even playing field, wanting to be equal and fair with his opponents. He goes on to talk about Ryan Garcia's character and cheating. He also went on to say Garcia would do anything to win, including cheat. Remember these words. All of this is about to get even deeper because of two words: the split. The earth-shattering news that Ryan Garcia tested positive for banned substances created a split that divided the boxing world and fans into two sides, the Garcia side and the Haney side. After this section, you will get to decide which side you're on. Those that sided with Devin Haney immediately voiced their opinions that Ryan Garcia likely cheated, and those that sided with Garcia seemed to be suspicious of foul play or just expressed enough confidence
Yeah, so let's
as
see.
none other than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, the same fighter that has been confirmed to illegally gain a major weight advantage by swelling up 25 pounds after weigh-ins. Devin Haney, the fighter that's had a suspicious history of excessive weight gain in his past 7 fights since he joined the snack program around 2020. Let's see what Victor Conte has to say about Ryan Garcia and the PEB test results.
He has somehow suggested that you are, in a way, behind his failing of these drug tests. I would love to get your response.
More than a decade ago, when VADA first started, I was one of the first trainers that was referring my fighters, world champions. The first one was Nonito Donaire. I have been sending my fighters, obviously because of my background, okay, and things that happened back in 2003. So I refer my fighters to VADA. Did I introduce Margaret Goodman and Flip Amansky that run VADA to people like Dick Pound, who was the founding chairman of WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, and others that helped them be able to do the testing at WADA accredited labs? Yes, I made some introductions.
So you are not behind Ryan Garcia's positive.
I am not behind Ryan Garcia's positive drug tests.
Yeah.
Let's, for just a moment, talk about Devin Haney, my guy, Devin Haney, my guy, Devin Haney, my guy, and how horrible this is for him. And until we get a reasonable explanation from Ryan, the burden of proof is on him to prove there was no intent to cheat. Because otherwise, I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your toothpaste. I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your
Yeah, so it just all seemed pretty funny. He's making these little accusations about sneaking in the room and spiking something. His brother's speaking on him cheating way before he even the fight. I think that was a week before the fight or something like that. Or they so it's obvious they talked about it. They hey, we're gonna taint his system with some stuff just in case you lose. That we'll have backup on why you lost. We're not going to put a lot so much in his system to where it's going to question the fight and you know uh, uh basically taint the fight if you win. We're just gonna put enough in there that'll taint it enough that if you lose, we can make a claim and most likely turn it over. So that's what it seemed like the whole plan was because we already know that they had a history of fighting. They done fought 6 times in the amateurs. They done sparred a few times also. Um, so they're very familiar with each other, and as they both said, and was using it to promote the show, it was a 3-3 situation. Devin won 3 of the fights out of the 6, and Ryan won 3 out of the 6. So they both knew it was a chance either or could win or lose. But Ryan knew that this is without headgear. I was fucking him up with headgear, so I know without headgear I'm going to take it home and don't even really have to train. And that's what looks so bad on the fight because he did, and it looks bad on Devin because everybody knows Ryan didn't take it serious. He's a drunk. He's on drugs. The antics he was going through during the fight made the fight a circus in the first place. And that's why I said, honestly, uh, Shakur probably should have took that fight with Devin, and he would have a stamped win and can take him to that next level to recover from after that De Los Santos fight. He should have just took the fight. You know, now he wants to constantly complain. Nobody wants to fight him. Nobody want to fight him. But when people try to present you or talk to you about a fight, he was supposed to fight Frank Martin. He could have took that and got himself back on the another level after getting that horrible display of boxing, that boxing fight of entertainment, let's say horrible display of boxing entertainment that Shakur had with De Los Santos. He should have took both of those fights and put him back on the to get him back on that next level and back on the pedestal, but he didn't. So instead we got the next best fight was the Ryan and Devin, for Devin to get the big paycheck, and it just backfired on him. That's all I can say is it backfired on him. Now he's trying to sue for defamation of character. He's trying to get everybody to take the video down of the fight since he got a no contest, and now he's just doing too much. I feel like he's trying to push his luck too much, and it's gonna actually that's gonna backfire on him, and it should backfire on him, and it should expose that they the ones that were cheating and that they contaminated. I hope it does expose it so that way Vada can get shut down or nobody want to use them no more. And then Victor Conti is going to lose all of his fighters that he's behind and trying to tell them if you use my supplements you're going to be guaranteed to win without and get the extra power and everything you need to win without using illegal substances and you can fly under the radar. So I think that Devin continues to push this you issue and push his luck, it's gonna not look it's gonna look worse. He already looking bad with the whining and crying, with the actually especially it ain't like I can understand if Ryan just had this large amount of PEDs in his system. I can understand whine and cry and say okay you woo woo, but even then you got the no contest, so leave it alone. What are you continuously pushing it like? You're not the only one that got their ass whipped on live TV. You're not. The thing is that y'all had this image in your head set that you was gonna do it this way and it didn't go that way and you didn't have no plan B or backup on what other than having him cheat. Other than you know, the accusations of him cheating and you setting up the cheating scandal, but you didn't have no backup as far as what your next fight was gonna be if you lost, or how you was going to make the move back to the top. You didn't have that. So now you're just looking for sympathy to get back to the top. You want to get sympathy for being, and be put back in the top by pure sympathy and not by your actual talent or you doing the work. So it is what it is, man. Devin and Bill Haney's been paying his way throughout life, through boxing, all this long, and he's trying to continue doing it. And I hope it comes to a halt and a stop. That like, hey, At this point, buddy, you got to show and prove. It ain't about what you're gonna pay me and all the way relationships. It get relationships and the money gonna get you so far that after a while you gotta show something. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think. I don't know if y'all watched the documentary. Go check it out here.
Toothpaste, you're going to be responsible. The burden is on him.
Inside
As you can see, Conte is very serious
it out.
about his support of Devin Haney.
He's gonna tell a lot of, just inside stuff on inside thoughts and reactions on certain things on how stuff going because like I said, he's trying to expose somebody else, but somebody can expose you too. Leave it alone, take your no contest and move on to the next. With that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Again, we're giving away $1,000 to 10 subscribers. Just want to do a quick reaction video on this Devin Haney documentary. Shout out to Exodus Files. We did use the clips, some of his clips. Go check out the full video. This was just a reaction, and basically just showing that Devin's gonna basically get himself exposed, man, by trying to continue to push his luck when he necessarily really don't have to. You got halfway what you wanted, man. Just leave it alone and move on. So, with that said, thanks to our sponsors at shopislit.com. Make sure you check them out if you indulge in cannabis, and they ship nationwide. And it's all authentic, no CBD, fake, Delta 9s and 10s and 8s and all that crap. It's just authentic cannabis, man. Check them out. And also go check out our merch. They just did a new drop. We got the Smokers Only tees, and we got the Where the Coochie At, you feel me, tees. Go check them out. And the traphub.com, and get all the merch and support us as well. If you want to do donations, anything is accepted. Go check the main page for the links in the bios. And again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. If y'all have any ideas on topics, drop a comment below, share the channel, and we'll see y'all at the $1,000 giveaway video live. Tune in, and we'll see y'all next time. Let's